Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing our final Advent day. So I'm filming this literally at like 1 o'clock in the morning on the 24th. So depending on how late it takes me to edit it, then I'll either have it up today, like later in the day, or on Christmas. So then it'll be finished by Christmas time. I'm really surprised that I found the time to do it, that I found the time to squeeze it in, even if it wasn't perfect. I am already ready for bed. I got my little stars on. And tomorrow is when I will be celebrating Christmas with my family. And then Christmas morning, I'll have with my kids. If you don't know, I have 3 kids, 9, 5, and 4 months old. So yeah, let's get into the video. Let's start with our advent calendar and go from there. We always start with our Build-A-Bear one. We should have 3 days. So we have day 23. Oh, it's a little sleep mask. Day 24. It's a little candy cane. I'm gonna put these accessories on our bear. Okay, here our bear is, and he has his sleep mask on his head and his little candy cane, and he is complete. So we only have 1 more day, which is day 25. I think this is actually an ornament and not another plushie. So here we go. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is exactly why I told you that I didn't want to look at the box, because I did not know. I sincerely did not know that he was here. I'll be back. I have to show you something, because this is literally their baby. What? He's their baby. Oh, I love it so much. Okay, so the only thing that I would change about him, the only thing, is I would make his arms into actual plush arms like this guy. But I just had to share that. That is so cute. Let's put these guys down here. I'll give you some up close details on him. He just has red face, little pink blushes. He has some little candy canes here, one for his mom and one for his dad. The Build-A-Bear here, and then these are made of felt. He's so cute. He's so cute. So that wraps up our Build-A-Bear calendar for 2025, and I will show you all of our friends. We got our cow, which I do have the matching big plushie of this one. We got our bunny. We have our frog. We have our pink bear. And we have our snow bear. Actually, every single one of these, I basically have a big version of. I have a green frog. I have the Christmas cow. I have a lot of Paulette, that's this bunny. I showed you the snowman, and then I do have a pink bear, like a solid pink bear. She wouldn't have like the red detailing or anything, but she's just a regular pink Build-A-Bear. That's so cool. Okay, so let's go to our next one, which is our Littlest Pet Shop calendar. And we have day 23. it's a little ice cream. Yeah, looks like a snow ice cream. 24 is Does this one only go to 24? Yeah, so this is the last day for this one. I hope it's a pet. It feels like a pet. So we're done with this box. It's the little mint chocolate chip bunny. This one is very cute. He is super adorable. He has like white, brown, and like a mint green. He's a little lop-eared bunny. He has one little brown circle around his green eyes. I actually had a lop-eared bunny. For about, I think he was 16 years old, and he passed away last year. His name was Teddy, and he was the best pet I've ever owned. He was amazing. So maybe we'll name this bunny Teddy. And now we have our Furby calendar. We just started this one in the last video. 23. The Furby one is the hardest one to open. Oh, here's a sticker. It's a little Furby mitten. Okay, we'll get it later. I'm glad I got to show you before it fell down. 24. I think this one also only goes to 24. Look at him. He's hard to get out. That is so cute. So he has red on the inside of his ears. Oh, his eyes. So they switched to like, let me see if I can try. His eyes switched to Christmas trees. He has some little like primary colored ornaments. He is perfect. He is so perfect. Okay, and I think that's all. Because I don't see a 25, I don't think. Yep, 24. So we have officially finished all of our calendars. Let's get into the boxed items that I have to open. Let's start with the Littlest Pet Shop, since it'll be the easiest to open. So at Five Below they have these ones, and they're kind of different animals, kind of like with crazy patterns, like animal prints, and they can stack. I really like the little house, but it's just the little, she looks like a jaguar. Yeah, it says jaguar. Five Below is a really good place to go for Littlest Pet Shop, but the thing that I learned is that most collectors who are like really serious collectors, not like me, I'm not that serious of a collector, they don't like the pets that come from Five Below, because there's like K something and then there's ES, and the ES code pets come from Five Below, and apparently they're not as good quality. I didn't really see a difference. Now the black light pets are not as good quality. Okay, I'll open her and be right back. I I really like this one. I really love the cats, like all the cats, so she's really cute. She also came with another accessory, but you can't put them on at the same time. So let me just, it's popping off. These won't really stay on her, but they're little, yeah, they're not staying. They're like popping off. Oh, there we go. They're little green on the inside, and this is like a sticker. It's pretty cool. Like, I would get more and I would stack them and make a little display, except for like, yeah, I think it's really cute. I was gonna say I don't really like the colors that much, but they do kind of give like Lisa Frank vibes to me personally. Okay, now we're gonna open our dolls. I kind of saved my two most anticipated ones for last. We have the 35th anniversary Barbie. The box is really pretty. This is what they call a ponytail Barbie. Was she the very first? The original, yeah, 1959 Barbie. And she's the reproduction. I will probably never have one of these, so it's cool that I get to use the reproduction. And then I also have my Wednesday Addams from Monster High. Let's start with the reproduction Barbie. Okay, so I decided to go ahead and open up both and then show both to you. That way I didn't have to pause twice. I'm really impressed with the Barbie. So I think she came out in around, or she was at least made in 1993, but she might have been released in 94. Like, they're my favorite. She has a red lip, those arched brows, and little gold earrings. And the earrings are actually like not plastic, I don't think. Yeah, they're actual metal, and I guess that's why the original ponytails would get the green ear. I've seen people clean up green ear a lot, and those are really interesting videos. And then she has her glasses. I put them on top of her head. Her ponytail is in good shape, except for like underneath the rubber band is like rotted, so it doesn't exist. It's like disintegrated. And then she had like little plastic straps here that also like disintegrated from the box. She's just wearing a simple little black and white bathing suit. She has this tag on her hand that says Genuine Barbie by Mattel. She has her toenails painted, and her shoes are so interesting. I love them. I love the color of her hair. She doesn't have snappy legs, because I guess that these ones didn't. That was like something invented later on. But she came with a stand, came with some other accessories too. One of the things is this Barbie box. And it has like Barbie through the decades. I will probably display this with her. It says Teenage Fashion Model. There's also printing on the sides. It just looks like this on the inside. But I can't wait to see how cute she is displayed. She's like so perfect. She came with some papers. One that shows you how to assemble the stand, a little warranty as well. One to send in to get another reproduction doll, I guess, in case you wanted to do that. Oh, if you returned it, you would get a collector's card. The card has Ruth Handler's signature. So yeah, if you wanted to get that special card, all you had to do was return this. Wonder if I can still get it. I turn this in? Should I do a test where we send this in and see what happens? Is Mattel still located in California? And then there was this about a Barbie Bazaar magazine. And the issues, there's 6 issues for $25.95. But they look really cool. I would love to get some of those. I might look them up on eBay because the artwork on them, like the photographs, are really, really cool. And then the coolest part of all, aside from the doll, is this little booklet. It has the story of like Ruth Handler and how she created the Barbie because her daughter liked to play with paper dolls and she wanted to create a real fashion doll for her, and then she named her Barbie after her daughter. And then it tells you all the features of the Barbie, and then it gives you some collector's dolls that you could, if you're interested in those. Evening Extravaganza Barbie, Bob Mackie doll, and Southern Belle Barbie. And then the coolest part of all is that inside of here, I kind of want to frame this. It's so cool. There is a Barbie family tree. I don't know how to show you in a way that you can see, but it basically says like Barbie was presented, and it literally has a timeline going across the whole top. And it says Barbie was presented in 1959, and then it shows where in 1964 Skipper and Ricky were created, and Scooter, and it literally goes along the whole line and tells you how every character relates back to Barbie and when they were created. Like, this is the coolest thing. I love it. Yeah, that is our Barbie. And then we have our Monster High doll. Thing just fell, and he literally went all the way across the room. She's very pretty. This is Wednesday. Let me know if you've watched the show. I want to get the Enid too, but I love her braids. Her hair's my favorite part. Her clothes are a little bit like not the best quality, but she has like a little tie, a shirt, a belt, and her skirt, socks, and the boots. And she has like pretty face paint too though. Like, she's very, very pretty. She did come with her little satchel. Here's her socks. The shoes, I know I just heard that people don't like these item shoes or whatever. I like them. This one's a cello, and this one's some kind of little creature, but these are really pretty boots. I think she's really cool. I'm gonna go get Thing. The thing I have to say bad about the Wednesday doll is that her hand, this arm, the hand with the snapping fingers, it doesn't want to like go down. Like, it's kind of broken. Like, her shoulder can't readjust. Kind of like they weren't thinking that you would take her out of the box. It's really cool though. Her, like, this part of her stand, let me see if I can show it to you, is the window from their room. See that? It's like the spider web, so that's cool. And then it has the Monster High skull in the middle. I like her a lot. We're gonna pull all three, so I think this is all. The first one. I knew this one was gonna come today. Oversized. The next one. Oh. 90s. '90s is my favorite era of toys. And then lastly, Quartet, which is like 4 toys that go together. Okay, I'll be right back with the toys. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's start with the Quartet because my hands are full. 1, 2, 3, and 4. If you weren't a kid in the 90s and you've never heard of Doodle Bear, these are the original 4 Doodle Bears. Doodle Bear was created by Tyco in around the mid-90s, 1995, 1996, and they were a bear that you could write on, put in the wash, and then they would come clean again. So let's explore the first one. This is the same bear that I had from my childhood, but I actually got a new one. I still have my childhood bear, but she doesn't go with my display. Here she is. This bear, according to her pattern on her feet, is called Fun Flower. These bears were all made of like a denim material. They had a button, and then you can see their little polka dotted boxers hanging out. Now there are some variations. You can see that the lace on the pockets might change depending on, it can be the same bear, but it might be different, and also the symbol might be a different color. If you get lucky, if you want to look out for variations. But they have a pocket in the back. There's their tag. And this is something you might not know, but all Doodle Bears came with a little patch that matched this symbol. And what you could do is you could iron that patch on to the rip in their jeans. That's what it was made for. And you can see the more boxer material under here. It's very, very, very rare that you find that a kid actually used the patch to cover the rips in the jeans. But yeah, this is the original Doodle Bear with their button eyes. She is so cute, and this one is Fun Flower. The next one is our Superstar Bear. He has this Superstar pattern. He's like a light denim color with pink stitching. Mine actually has a really big back tag, which is kind of interesting. He's the only one. Oh, this is really gonna spark a theory for me. Let me finish telling you this and then I'll tell you an idea that I have. He has this metallic color. He's the one you'll find most with different color lace right here. He has the star pocket. Here's his little rip. He has stripes in his boxers instead of polka dots. If I can show you. Here's some of his markers. So I keep this in his pocket, but it's actually from a Candy Crush. It's not actually from him. I just think it looks cute in there with the markers. But these are the original Doodle Bear markers. They look like this. They're very chunky. And then this is the one from the 2000s Doodle Bear. So like how some people collect like combs, I collect Doodle Bear markers. I actually have quite a few. But yeah, this is the Superstar bear. So my thought is I'll look into it. I do actually have a Doodle Bear website where I talk about all things Doodle Bear. If you don't know, if you're new here, it's called doodledazed.com, and I always have it linked down below. But I believe that Superstar was originally released by himself in 1995, and then the other three were released with him in 1996. So I think that there's a different version of Superstar who was like that first release. And it's possible because I've never seen this kind of tag, and I'm thinking maybe this tag is what is the difference between him and then the second release. Let's see. I think I'm right. Oh my goodness, let me see this. You saw it on camera that this idea just came to me, and I am 100% right. You know how I know? Because, okay, in all of the Tyco magazines, it will say like the magazine from that year, then the next year is when the bear is actually released. So if you look at the tag on the other bears, their like date is 1995, so that was when they were created, and then they would be released in 1996. His date on his tag is 1994. So now I'm going to have to look around and find another Superstar who was released in 1995 like the other four, because he was probably released as one of the first ones. I should have known this, but I didn't know. So maybe that's why there's so much variation in his pocket. That's crazy. Okay, anyway, that was Superstar. I'm gonna keep my rant in because then you can see how crazy I am. The next one is Happening Hearts. She has a purple heart here, and she has some purple tulle. She has the polka dots again. And this is the Happening Heart pattern that you see here. The really cool thing about her, the reason that I bought the listing, is because she still has one of the original tattoos. Yeah, they also came with tattoos that you can put on to them. And she still has her original one. So that's really, 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 really cool. That's probably why I ended up making myself into a Doodle Bear as well. All of us were inspired by these, all the 90 kids. And then, so I showed you Happening Hearts, I showed you Fun Flower, and lastly, we have our beautiful butterfly pattern. So he's more of a like turquoise, like a brighter blue, and he's more of a darker blue. He has the stripes as well, but they're different stripes. His are Superstars are pink and purple, and his are purple and blue. He has this really pretty iridescent butterfly patch. Yeah, he's really cute. So these are the Quartet. Such cuties. I love them. I love them so much. My favorite toy line of all time. Then let me put these guys down. To fulfill our 90s prop, I actually have two toys for you. The first line from the 90s that I want to share with you is the Secret Message Bear. So you see how big this guy is. That's the size difference in the Secret Message compared to the original release. So Secret Message Bear, you had like a little pin that was like a blacklight pin, and you could write on her, and then you could see the secret messages with secret glasses that were similar to 3D glasses, and they hooked these. These hooks have like these hearts on the end. Let me try to show you. Like, how do I show you this? See that? These hooks and the lace was used on a different toy line as well, like another toy line by Tyco, to create a necklace. I saw it in someone else's video and I was like, oh my gosh, those are the same as a secret message bear. They have a unique pattern just for the secret message bear, which is little glasses in their ears. My secret message bear has some damage by this eye, but I love her. This is her big pocket. She has a little sewed on heart up here. Her boxer pattern is more of like a zigzag pattern, and here's the glasses pattern on her feet, and then the glasses would hook around her neck and be held on by this. Crazily, wildly enough, I do not have any of the glasses, of the secret message glasses. I should get some. And then she came in another color, which is this color. This is the blue one. He has little spirals on his boxers instead. Here's his little feet. They're actually different colors. They're actually kind of a different pattern. And the glasses shape's different. He had a green string, but his has been cut by someone, probably a parent who thought their kid was going to get choked on it. And they have the same kind of tool stuff right here. So there is another one. It's one of the only things that I'm missing from my collection. She is a pink one. I think she was probably not released in the US. That's my thought. She was probably only released somewhere else, but I'm not really sure where. But she has the same glasses pattern as this one, but she is pink. If you see her somewhere, let me know, because I would like to buy her to finish out this collection. And then I have one more to show you for 90s, and then I will get the supersized out. Let's move this guy down. Okay. So in the 90s, also, there was a Doodle Bear line. He has like a little something on his nose called Splash Time. And they were made of this foam that could like float in the bathtub or float in the pool. These are often really faded because they were out in the sun, but they have this pattern, and the only other place that you see this pattern is on the backpacks. This is boxers, and there's actually two of them. My yellow one's a little more faded. This one was brand new in box when I originally got him. This one has like a bubble pattern too, but it's just a different color. They also came out in 1996. And then they came with some accessories, which I have. There was this doodle foam, and it just says like Splash Time Doodle Foam, and you could fill this up with water, and then the foam would come out. There was actually a pamphlet that came with this that said like how to send in to get more foam. I think this is really cool, and I display it with my bear. Use under adult supervision. Use the foam. Use the doodle foamer on the Splash Time Doodle Bear or other water play products only. Empty contents and rinse after use. But yeah, so cool. And then it also came with a doodle gel, and this is the Splash Time Doodle Gel. So you would use these gels instead of markers. It's kind of coming out the top just a little bit. I think that this is probably what has stained his nose, because I had him holding this on display. Yeah, that is our doodle gel. The top is so cute. I might have to eventually just like clean this out and just put the top back on. But I like that the gel's actually inside. So weird. So yeah, that is our Doodle Bear Splash Time Doodle Bears, also from the 90s. So many cool things came out in the 90s. Let me go get our supersized. Okay, so here is our supersized plush for today. Of course, it's Doodle Bear because this has been a very fun full Doodle Bear video. But let me tell you a little bit about these guys. So him back here, this is Twinkle. These are my absolute grells. I searched for them for what felt like an eternity, and I thought I would never find them, and then within like a week of each other I found them both. So he is the one that was actually sold. He is the Superstar pattern. The pattern looks smaller on here, but if you see his foot, I'll give you a little more close-up photos or like video of him in a minute. But this girl is the display model. So the displays were not meant for retail, but they sold them anyway. And she has like some printed on like doodles that were made for the display, but also she has been written on with permanent marker. I tried to use alcohol to remove them and she's been washed, but they won't come off. So that's okay. But this is Star. Let me just show you what she looks like. So let's start with Star. You can see she has these peace signs and flowers. These are like a scratchy material. The lips, and it says big kiss, and then down here it says Terry and Mike forever, and then not. She has a ginormous Doodle Bear tag and a big old pocket. And you can see on her tag it says display not for sale. Now she also has the same pattern, but you can't see it very well because she's been written on. The really cool oh, like let me show you how big the buttons are. And then there's the patch. The really cool thing about her that's different from him is that she has this shake me, and so her hand is actually full of like beans, so when you would go to the display and you would shake her, you could like hear the beads. Yeah, she also has a little butterfly on her nose. She's so cute, and she's so special to me. If you could ever get your hands on one, you should. I think there's one on eBay right now that I kind of want to just get just because. But yeah, she's so perfect. I actually remember seeing not the display model, but the original one at Toys R Us when I was a kid. And I remember really wanting it so bad and thinking like that's the biggest Doodle Bear I've ever seen, because even as a kid I was a huge Doodle Bear collector. It was one of my very favorite things to do, and I still have all of my childhood Doodle Bears except for one who got lost. Yeah, so let me show you Twinkle up close. I'll put Star over here. Okay, Star. Okay. So this is Twinkle, and the reason that his name is Twinkle is because he actually came with this writing on him on his star that says Twinkle. So I thought it was the perfect name for him. He's in a little better condition than her. Is her pockets? Oh, they actually have different pockets, like different lace. Like she has this like metallic one, and then he has the pink lace on his pocket. These are also fuzzy. Yeah, he's very cute. The only thing about these is that their heads are very floppy, and I don't really know how you would go about fixing that. But yeah, that is my giant Doodle Bear. I'm so happy to have both of them. They even have the part on their leg that opens where you could put the patch, but I don't know if they originally came with the patch or not. Yeah, this is the end of the Advent series. I hope that you guys have a wonderful holiday, and I hope that you stay whimsical. Until next time, bye guys.